Hey, what's going on, guys? Cooked here, bringing you another Monster Hunter World video, and in this video we'll be taking a look at my Goliath's hammer build. So you guys might be thinking, but Cooked, Goliath lost in the fight against David, and my answer to that is that he didn't have this badass hammer with him. So if we take a look at the damage that we did in the intro, we put that all together, it shows here we did 1402 damage in that combo, which is absolutely insane. If you remember the greatsword build, even our wake up hit, which is doubled for a true charge slash, just did a little bit more than that, but still in the same realm, and being able to pull off that combo over and over equals monsters getting destroyed. I actually had to run the numbers a couple of times just to make sure that I wasn't making a mistake, because that damage is pretty crazy for a single combo. But once we get into everything that we have going for this build, you'll see why that damage makes sense. So as you'll notice in the background footage here, we do have white sharpness on this build. Along with that, we have our sharp jewel, which gives us protective polish, so that we're able to maintain that white sharpness for a minute after sharpening, which is super useful. You can kind of get by without having it, but honestly, it does increase your damage output by quite a bit if you can keep that sharpness. You know, the longer that you can keep it, the more damage you're going to be able to do, obviously, because it is a bit of an interruption when you got to sharpen in the middle of a hunt. But yeah, as you can see in the background, we're critting quite a bit. Our main combos are doing massive damage. But yeah, let's take a deeper look into what else we have going on here, and we'll just jump right into the build. So getting into our equipment here, we have the highest damage output axe in the game, and that's a Diablo Shatterer 2, and I put an attack augment and an affinity increase augment on it as well. Then after that, we have our Handicraft Charm level 3, giving us 3 points into Handicraft. You can only get this once you hit Hunter rank 100, but you should be able to get by with just 2. But then we have our Rathlos Helm Beta, our Dobermail Beta for 2 points in attack. Then we have our Kaiser Van Braces Alpha for 2 points of weakness exploit. Then we have our Near Gigante Coil Beta for the 2 points in attack boost. And lastly, the trusty Death Stench Heal Beta for the 2 points in Handicraft. Now for the mantles, I would definitely recommend running your Vitality Mantle and the Impact Mantle, since the hammer inherently does impact damage. So let's take a look at our decorations now. So first of all, we have our Elementless jewel, which is awesome because having Elementless and a white sharpness on a build is, you know, some of the highest damage boosting things that you can have. Then we have attacked jewel level 1 to give us 7 points into that. Then we have our Tenderizer jewel level 2 to give us the 3rd point in weakness exploit. Then I just slotted in 3 expert jewels to give us 10% affinity. And then lastly, the sharp jewel, which is, like I mentioned before, the jewel that lets you maintain that white sharpness for a minute after you have sharpened your weapon. So yeah, once we bring that all together, let's take a look at what we have. Okay, so we have attack boost level 7, we have handicraft level 5, we have critical eye level 3, weakness exploit level 3, and then we have our elementless and our polish. So another thing to note is we do have plus 15 defense on the weapon itself, and as far as the affinity goes, all the negative affinity has been completely negated by the skills that we do have, and we have the 50% chance to crit when we hit a weak spot, which is pretty nice. Now let's just take a look at what our damage does when we have a couple of buffs going on here. So we'll take the Might Seed, nom 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 nom. And then we're gonna take our Demon Powder, spray that around, awesome. And then we'll take our Demon Drug. I don't have any Mega Demon Drugs left, but it just goes to show what your damage can be pushed to. And once you eat your meal as well, you'll be definitely over 1700, which is great. Now, even if you don't have the Sharp Jewel, or if you can't get Handicraft level 5, you'll be able to see in the background here how long the white sharpness can last for. It's pretty decent. I would definitely recommend having the Polish Jewel, but even if you don't, you can put something on like Crit Boost. You might just have to sharpen a little bit more and miss out on a little bit of damage, but the build is still viable 100%. So now we've taken a look at all of that, let's hop into a hunt here. I decided to go after a tempered Odogaron, and it's pretty ridiculous, even more so than the Greatsword. He goes down super fast. There's not a lot of gameplay here because he just gets stunned over and over and is knocked over and he's getting his ass kicked. So, but yeah, that's great, right? That's what we want. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, consider leaving a like, commenting, and even subscribing. This has been Cooked, and I'll see you in the next tasty episode.